Mum of one Amy Jones, 35, instigated a sexual relationship with the 15-year-old behind her social worker husband's back. When Philip suspected his wife was having an affair, she invented a teaching assistant called Sarah Martin and told him they were sleeping together. She even asked her school to pretend there was a member of staff of that name if he checked to cover up her sexual relationship with the young girl. The deception worked at first and the couple stayed together for the sake of their 4-year-old son, Teesside Crown Court heard. But Mr. Jones eventually discovered his wife was in a relationship with a teenage girl and not an adult colleague and alerted police. Jones, head of science and maths at her school in Darlington, County Durham, admitted engaging in sexual activity with a child aged between 13 and 17 and was yesterday jailed for 8 months. Prosecutor John Harley said Jones approached the girl, who can't be named for legal reasons, in early 2020 when she was 15. They held hands in the park and then touched each other sexually in Jones' car, the court heard. He said, the defendant told her that she was bisexual and that she was having feelings of sexual attraction towards her. This made her feel slightly uncomfortable. She did not know how to process that information or what to do with it. But in the following weeks and months, messages continued between the two, mostly instigated by the defendant. They were not overtly sexual, they were polite and pleasant, but the messages made it clear Mrs. Jones was interested in her. The messages began a 15-month relationship that ended abruptly when Mr. Jones found out. Mr. Harley said, Philip Jones began to suspect his wife was having an extramarital affair and he confronted her about it. She confirmed it was an affair but said it was with a teaching assistant called Sarah Martin who she worked with. She went as far as trying, through an email, to request the school effectively pretend there was a teaching assistant of that name in anticipation of her husband making inquiries to that effect. Robert Mockery, mitigating, said, her career is now in ruins, she will never teach again. In a victim personal statement, the girl's mother said the abrupt end to the relationship had been like a bereavement for her daughter. The mum added, she has no doubt they were in love and would have preferred the relationship to continue. She is now fully aware it is something that should not have happened in the first place. She said of Jones, of Melsonby, North Yorks, at best she was foolish but at worst she preyed on the fact our daughter was vulnerable from the very outset. Judge Christopher Smith said, this is a dreadfully sad case. She trusted you, she had genuine feelings for you and of course that relationship has had to come to an abrupt end.